Hello all, welcome back. Welcome back to Sweden. I know it's been a while. It's very much been a while. But I thought I would do a video and try and explain why that is. It's nothing major, don't panic. Nothing bad's happened. Just annoying stuff. So, yeah. I know it's been quite a few months since you heard anything from me. And I thought it was time for an update. So, it's now middle of February. And we are starting to get the sun back as long as I come sit in this field. Hence the spot. Works pretty well. But now the sun's gone. So, just great. Skål. This scene right here is why I do what I do in the place that I do it. I don't even know what day it is. But here we are, having a coffee in the field. So this year, I had a plan. I still have a plan. But it's not going so well. That's why I've called it the future of the channel. Because that is exactly what this is about. It's not some clickbait crap. I have a plan of what I want to do with this channel, and I'm trying to do it. So, as many of you will know, obviously I've got the new van, the little Peugeot. Head gasket went on it, or was going. So, yeah, it got to the point where it was undrivable really, because it was using 2 litres of coolant just to drive to town, 80 kilometres away. So obviously it needed to be fixed, which was a massive job for such a small van. I can't believe how much of a headache it's been. Whole engine out to do the head gasket on them. And obviously it's been quite a slow process. This was a year ago. It was around this time last year that it got so bad I had to take it off the road. And then I started trying to figure out what it was, and yeah, here we are. Went down the rabbit hole. But it took so long because, you know, I don't just have the money to give it to a garage and be like, here you go, fix it. Because it costs thousands of pounds, not SEK. Tens of thousands of SEK. So I had to do it myself, which I don't have that much experience with this kind of stuff, so I had to take my time, learn as I go, probably do plenty of things wrong. We'll find out. But yeah, it's been a slow process. We went to visit family over Christmas, first time back in the UK for 4 years. That was an experience. It was lovely to see family, of course, and friends. But yeah, very different. Very different. But then when we got back from there, obviously New Year and all of that, I thought, right, this is getting done now. This van is getting put back together. The engine was still out of it at this point. And I was just trying to find the motivation to do it. Luckily my friend in the village allowed me to put it in his workshop, so I didn't have to do it outside in minus mental, which is good. Good for the fingers, good for the mind. So, yeah, I went on a bit of a rampage for the last about a month actually. I've been there every single day, just working on it. Got the engine back in pretty quickly. It only took a few days to get it all back together. was confident, I was happy. I was like, this is going well, and that's the number one mistake. You should never think that, because the moment you think that, it all goes to hell. And it did, because we didn't start. We were cranking, but no start. And ever since then, for about the last 3 weeks, it's just been relentless. I hit my knowledge limit and Googling limit, I couldn't figure out where to go. There was no fuel pressure on the rail. I'm not going to go too into this because I know a lot of you will get bored immediately. But everything is right. There's no fuel pressure. Or very low, 50-60 bar. So we changed the whole fuel system, one piece at a time. Both pumps, filters, sensors, regulators. Nothing. Just going around in circles. So, hopefully, we're onto something now. It could potentially be an electrical fault with the immobiliser system. Fingers crossed. It's the only thing that makes sense. But, yeah, plugging away at it, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. I've actually got my mate who's far more experienced than me, and now another very kind chap who's been out 3 times. He's been a mechanic his whole life, and even he has been struggling to figure this out. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of suggestions in the comments about trying stuff, and please feel free, but probably already tried it, so I'll reply to you and let you know. But if there's any out there ideas, people with experience in this 2 litre HDI system, I would very much appreciate some pointers. But anyway, that's where we're at with the van, and I tell you about this because this is my plan. This is what I want to do. I want to have the van back. This is why I bought it in the first place, and get out and explore this country. That was the whole, not the whole point, but it was a very large part of the decision to set up shop here, was a base in somewhere amazing. So then it's not a very long drive to go to the cool places where I always used to go. And this place is amazing. That's why we live here now. Because it's just an incredible country. We're so lucky that we made the decisions we made at the right time and managed to get set up here fairly easily. And now we can live here. Luckily I've got an erratic brain and make split-second decisions. Sometimes it bites me in the ass. On this occasion, it's been good. It's panned out well. But that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with this channel as well. Not only for myself. I want to get out in the van again. It's called Lost in Europe, I'm supposed to be going off, getting myself lost, exploring, finding new things. Not only have we got Sweden, which is massive to play with, just over the border we've got Norway. Norway's again a whole nother, amazing place that is right on our doorstep now. It's a 3-hour drive for me to be in Norway. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to make content from here because the inspiration in me just isn't there. It's not that we don't love this place, of course we do, but to film it, the same thing over and over again, the creative bit in here just gets flat. And that's kind of what's happened. That's why the channel's just sort of gone to poo over the last year or two. Because there's only so many times I can film the same view before it gets boring to me and to all of you. So that's why I've sort of branched out a bit, diversified how I do things, always with the goal that this channel was going to be the van stuff still. So I've got the Ash Pollard channel, which is, I've tried to push more down a specific subjects, you know, be it the tractor or diesel heaters or playing with axes, sawmills, because that's still quite fun for me to film. I like to do that, but it's a very specific thing. I know most of you here signed up to this channel for the adventure and seeing the amazing scenery and all of this stuff. And it annoys me that I feel like I can't deliver on that right now, which is ridiculous, because if anyone else that makes YouTube videos came here and stayed with us for a week, they would be able to make some amazing content from around here, and it'd piss me off. But that's just because it would be new. We've been here for over 4 years now. And then I've also got the Patreon page, which, you know, just that word alone annoys some people, but I really like that as well, because it's completely different again. It's very raw. I upload on there 2 or 3 times a week of just little videos of what we're up to, and, you know, very niche subjects like the whole of the van repair I've been uploaded on there, because it's just very raw and will not do well on YouTube and probably make the channel worse than it already is. So I did put a couple of videos on at the start, but people didn't really seem interested, so I just stopped. And that's fair enough, you know. As I say, the channel is in its category, if you like, and it's hard to branch out from that, but I don't really want to branch out from that, because I want to get back to the van and doing that stuff, and it'll come. It's just testing me, every fibre of me, to get this thing fixed. But I will figure it out, and if I don't, I just have to get another one somehow. You know, I already got 3 of these vans, might as well have 4. No, I think it's an electrical issue anyway, but yeah, hopefully soon. You know, my plan was to get out this winter and get off exploring, see some cool stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not panned out that way. Such is life. I just want to say quickly at the end, thank you for all of the nice messages and comments and stuff on the Bob video. We appreciate that a lot. Obviously it was quite a rough time. It was end of September last year when that happened. So, you know, we've had time to not get over it, that's the wrong don't want to get over him, but to sort of process it and get used to living life with him not around. It's kind of crap, but it is what it is. That's how life works, isn't it? People, pets, they come into it, they leave. So if you find someone who brings you joy, animal or human, then make the most of every second you've got with them, because it's a fleeting experience that we have on this planet. It might not seem it when you're young, but the clock is always ticking, unfortunately, and that applies to everyone, rich, poor, famous, not famous, you know, whatever, whoever you are, you're on a timer. So do what you love, spend the time with the people that you love. And that is that, I think, before I go on for too long. So, yeah, when something happens, you'll know about it, because I'll be back. But until then, fingers crossed, I can get it fixed. Right, I'll see you all soon.